Hey guys.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Kelly King. She's our County of Maui council member representing South Maui. She's up for re-election this year in 2018, and we're going to walk story with her down Market Street and learn a little bit more about her.
All right.
Thank you, Kelly. So, could you tell us a little bit about your background? What's your ties to Maui? Why did you decide to become a council member?
Well, I've been here on Maui almost 40 years, and basically grew up here because I moved here when I was 19 from California. But I've been a wife and a mother. My kids are born and raised here, went through Maui High School, went through college. I'm actually a grandmother now, so I have two lovely granddaughters. And my husband and I started a company about 23 years ago called Pacific Biodiesel. We got into the environmental movement, and that segued into climate change, which can be a big issue. And so it's a larger mission of sustainability and environmental protection. And from that, you just get really involved. I was involved with the school system. I was on the State Board of Education back in the 90s because of my kids and getting really involved in school, PTA and all that. So it becomes a calling getting involved. You really care about the place that you live and your community. And I had a lot of community members ask me to run for office. This is one office I never thought I would want, but I literally had one person get down on his knees and beg me. And so, it was a real impact having people ask you from your community to put yourself into service like this.
So when it comes to sustainability, environmental protections on Maui, from a county standpoint, what do you think is the most pressing concern? And what have you done in the past, and what do you plan to do in the future to address that?
Okay, one of the most pressing concerns I think is our system. Our system is 50 years old, our system of government and our mayoral system. It just really isn't working anymore. There's too much opportunity for cronyism and for political influence. And so even before I got on the council, I was an advocate for a stronger managing director in our county and a little more autonomy that separates the managing director term from the term of the mayor. So he or she doesn't have to get involved in politics to keep their job. So, as an advocate, I was disappointed 2 years ago when the council did not pass that out of the committee, and so that was one of the driving issues that convinced me that we needed new blood on the council.
I saw that there's a movement now happening in the council to have the managing director. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's actually my initiative.
Okay.
And so following up on one of my campaign promises, I've been working with some folks in the community, and two of them were on that special committee 2 years ago, came into it with, objectivity, and by the end of the research that was done and the work that was done by the special committee, they were huge advocates for changing the system. So what we've come up with is an improvement on the system. It's less drastic than the one that the special committee came up with because it still does have a strong mayor, but we need to expect our next mayor to work with a strong managing director, a professional managing director, and allow them to direct the departments, not pick and choose. Like right now, the mayor gets to pick and choose which departments the managing director can oversee. And our current managing director has been told hands off the Department of Parks and Recreation and Environmental Management. So, this is for whatever reason, but this is a subjective decision, and I think we need to have government that's more objective, that serves all the people for all the right reasons, and just wants to get stuff done.
Okay. So for ideas like that and your protection and dedication to the environment, you've been endorsed by the Ohana Coalition, and one of their things is that you guys are shaking up the old boy establishment. What are your thoughts on that? Have you ever rubbed up against this establishment in your years as a council member?
I have, and it's individuals. I don't like to lump everybody into that idea of old boy. I mean, old boy network is more of an attitude. It's not really personalities to me. It's this attitude of entitlement and of allowing special interests to influence the decisions that are made and the priorities and which projects get done first, which ones are part of the budget for millions of dollars.
Right.
And we haven't looked at a lot of these projects for exactly what they should be costing. And a lot of them are overinflated, partially because that's what happens when you're government. But they really need to be scrutinized better. And so that's part of it. I believe that we're entering into an age where we have to have more enlightenment on the county level. We have to take more direction because of what's happening at the federal level. If we don't protect our environment and our community, we're going to get slammed by the federal government. We're already losing funding. We're already seeing the EPA, the destruction of the EPA. And so it becomes much more important at the county level to shore up our ordinances and to refocus our priorities around our local values.
Okay, so if you guys just passed the budget, and the budget is like a list of what you prioritize, is there anything that you feel in the budget that you would reassess the amount of funding it got, or anything that you feel should have gotten more funding and more support?
Yeah, I do. I feel like we should have put more support into agriculture, into environmental protection. We talk about tourism being the number one priority, the number one industry in the state of Hawaii and in Maui. Tourism is flourishing right now. And in business, because I'm a business person, when your business is flourishing, you reinvest in your business, you shore up your infrastructure, you make sure your base is strong and healthy. And that's what I would have liked to have seen more of the money that went to Maui Visitors Bureau go into. Is let's reinvest some of that money into Maui's infrastructure and address things like the dying reef, like invasive species, like educating tourists about illegal short-term rentals.
Right.
And we need to let them know when you're booking your trip, if you book an illegal short-term rental, you're helping to drive up the cost of housing on Maui.
Mm-hmm.
These are the effects these things are having. So I proposed provisos in that budget, and I was not supported by the council or by the Visitors Bureau, which makes me really sad because I think there needs to be a collaboration between our environmental sector, between our residents who are fed up with all the traffic and the lack of opportunity because there's so many tourists here, lack of opportunity for other industries. And as long as we keep funding the tourism industry at the top level and relegate things like agriculture and technology to much less funding, we're always gonna be stuck with one industry that overrides everything else. And I don't have anything against the tourism industry. I think it's brought a lot of economic development to the islands. It's valuable, but I don't think it needs to always be the number one. I think our residents should have the opportunity to go into professions here in Hawaii, and especially on Maui, that are higher paying, that are within their fields of study, where they can have higher wages and salaries. So we need to broaden the opportunities. We need to diversify our opportunities, for our economic opportunities for our island residents. And I'm hoping that at some point the visitors industry can get involved in that and help promote that instead of fighting it. We really all need to be working together.
All right, well, thank you, Kelly. We've made it to the Banyan Court here. That means it's time to say goodbye.
Okay.
Thank you, Kelly King, for your time. 2018 candidate for County Council. Thank you for walking and talking with us.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.